You've drawn your VWAP, waited for the touch, and taken the bounce. And sometimes it's perfect. Price kisses the line and runs. But just as often, it slices straight through, stops you out, and keeps going like the line was never there. Same touch, completely different result. And that randomness you're feeling isn't the market being unfair. It's one setting on that line that almost nobody ever changes. Here's what basically everyone gets taught about VWAP. It's the fair value line, the one the institutions watch. So price is supposed to respect it, bounce off it, act as support when we're above, and resistance when we're below. And it's reasonable because you've seen it work. You've watched price ride the VWAP up all day, tapping and bouncing, so you treat every touch as a trade. The problem is the line doesn't always play along, and when it doesn't, most traders assume they got the entry wrong, tighten up, and do the same thing again. So let's clear up what VWAP actually is. It isn't a support level, it was never a wall to bounce off. It's an average, literally the average price everyone who traded got filled at, weighted by volume. So when price touches the VWAP, nothing magic is happening, it's just returning to the average. And whether it bounces or blows straight through has almost nothing to do with the line. It comes down to one thing. When price gets back to that average, who's in profit and who isn't? Above the line, the average buyer is winning, so they defend it. Below it, they're losing, and a losing crowd panics. So the touch was never the signal, it's just the question. But even with that right, your bounces will still fail, for one reason nobody tells you. The line you're watching is measuring the wrong moment entirely. Let me show you, because once you see this, you can't unsee it. The VWAP you're using resets at the session open. Every day, a fresh line anchored to the same clock time, the New York Open, the London Open, midnight, whatever your default is. But think about what it's measuring. The average price since an arbitrary time on the clock. And the move you're trading almost never started then. It started somewhere else, on a specific candle, when something actually happened. So that line is the average cost of a crowd that doesn't really exist. No wonder price ignores it. Now watch what happens when we anchor it properly. Same tool, same maths. The only thing that's changed is where it starts. Now it's the true average cost of everyone who's long this move. And look at how price treats it. The pullbacks that sliced straight through the session line respect this one, because this line means something. It's the price where the people driving the move are break even, dip to it, and they're defending. That's your bounce. That's the fix most people never make. Not a new indicator, not a new strategy. Just anchoring the line to the moment that mattered. Quick thing before the next few charts. Everything I just showed you only pays off if you're actually there the moment that anchored pullback fires. And be honest, half the time it sets up while you're at work, asleep, or you just looked away. That's the real reason a good read doesn't become a good trade. So more traders are taking a tested strategy like this one and letting it run automatically, on their own account, or a prop firm challenge. So the setup still gets taken whether they're watching or not. And you get one-on-one guidance from ex-City of London traders instead of figuring it out alone. If that's you, there's a short video on the site that shows exactly how it works. The link's in the description. Right, back to the charts. So we've re-anchored one move and the line suddenly works. But this isn't a one-chart trick. Look at this one. The NASDAQ, brand new trend out of the New York Open. The session VWAP is already lagging behind, giving touches that mean nothing. Now I anchor from the candle that actually launched this leg. Same behavior. Price pulls back to the true average, the longs defend, and it goes again. Go back through any strong trending day, and you'll see this over and over. The anchored line respected exactly where the session line gets ignored. And here's the part that changes how you see the whole thing. Anchor it from the top, from where a move began falling, and now everyone who bought that move is underwater. This line isn't support anymore. It's the level where trap buyers are praying to get back to break even, so they sell the second price gets near it just to escape flat. That's why it rejects so violently. It was never resistance, it's a crowd of trapped traders bailing out at their average. And that's the shift most people never make. VWAP isn't a line price bounces off. Anchored to the right moment, it's a map of who's winning and who's trapped, and price moves toward the pain either way. And once you see the line like that, something clicks. That changes how you read every chart, because your failed bounces suddenly all share the same fingerprint. So here's how to use this, and it's more about how you look than what you click. Before you think about the bounce, ask one question. What is this line anchored to, and does that moment actually matter to the move in front of you? If it's a session line on a clock time and the move started 2 hours later, that line is noise. Ignore it. And here's your do it now exercise. Open any trending chart from this week. put the default session VWAP on it, and count how many touches did nothing. Now anchor from the candle the move began and watch the same pullbacks line up. Do that on 10 charts and you'll never trust a naked session VWAP again. Now here's the trap, and it happens right after this finally clicks. You learn about anchored VWAP, you get excited, and you start anchoring it to everything. Every little swing, every tiny candle, 10 lines on one chart. And now you've got a line to justify any trade you want. Price is always near one of them, so you're always at a level. You've taken a tool that shows who's in control and turned it into a machine for confirming what you already wanted to do. That's worse than never knowing about it. Before, you knew you were guessing. Now you're guessing with confidence, anchored to a swing no serious money ever cared about. The point was to find the one anchor that matters, not draw 50 and pick the one that agrees with you. And here's the honest bit. Understanding this took about 5 minutes, and you already know more about VWAP than most people who've traded it for years. The only thing left is doing it live, waiting for your one anchored line instead of jumping the arbitrary session, touch 3 candles early. That's not a knowledge problem, that's just reps, and that part comes with screen time. So let's bring it home. VWAP was never a magic support line. It's an average, and anchored to the moment a move actually began, it turns into a map of who's in profit, who's trapped, and which way the pain pushes price. Get that, and you'll stop taking random bounces off a line measuring the wrong thing, and start reading the one that actually matters. Now, if you're serious about trading like this for real, with the rules running whether you're at the screen or not, and ex-City of London traders in your corner, that's exactly what we help traders set up. There's a short video on the site that walks through how the whole thing works. The link's right below. Go and watch it now. Stay disciplined, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next one.